Y'all loved the video talking about the father wound and how it shows up in your root chakra. Love more on balancing. So I posted a video this morning about how one of the easiest things that you can do is to get outside. Outside, feet on the grass or sand, beach, whatever, it doesn't even matter. Sometimes you don't even have to take your shoes off per se. You can even just put your hands in the grass. That feels really good. The reason being it affects the physical body, which is the body that you're most familiar with. But a lot of times the issues that you're dealing with the father wound are deeper than just the physical element. The physical body is the last place that it shows up. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the other 4 bodies and also share with you some ways to help balance it. The Quantum Life Experience, which is my program that just launched today, and it started with the root chakra, actually has a whole section on parental wounds. So it addresses all 5 bodies. It gives you practices for the bodies. It starts to bring your awareness around to why you have some of the blocks that you do, so you can begin to work through that. So I'm not going to tell you where to go, but there's somewhere that you can click that you can purchase it. I can't tell you because otherwise it flags the algorithm. So this is all covered in the parental wounds, but I really want to talk a little bit about the father wound in particular. And obviously it comes from the more masculine of your parents, or if you didn't have 2 parents or 2 caregivers, it is if the one caregiver was more in their feminine and lots of excessive yin energy, and you lacked the more structural yang or yang energy, you're going to typically make up for it because your bodies are trying to find balance, and that's how they seek it. As a child, you regulate your nervous system through your parents. But as an adult, basically what's happened is your nervous system now responds in the way that's most familiar, even if it's coping mechanisms that aren't the most healthy. So typically if you're suffering or struggling with like the father wound where you're lacking some emotionality, you're maybe a little bit cold, you have a hard time letting people in, I can do it all myself. Here's what you're gonna do. 1, start accepting help from people. If people say, you're like, oh, I'm gonna paint my room or whatever at my house, and they're like, oh, I'd love to help you. Don't say, no, I got it. Let somebody help you. 1, accept the offers of help from other people. It's a way for them to show you love. And then the second thing, which is pretty simple, but start to identify what you're feeling. Often you are blocked from some of the more fluctuations or nuances of emotion. So the only time you feel emotions is once they layer so much that they feel big. So this is often when you have somebody who's more the masculine in the roles, and they're maybe a little bit more explosive. They've got nothing to say until they have everything to say. So start to notice some of those fluctuations and just identifying them. I feel blank.